Hey, what's good, party people, Mets fans, everybody? What's good? I'm Uncle Freezy, diehard Mets fans. My main man, Jay the Chosen One, is on the way, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We're gonna take this 30 to 35 so minutes of time here um to talk about what we saw today, some likes and dislikes. Hey, Jay, when you're ready, just let me know. Jay's backstage, man. I think probably working on a couple of things. Um, there he is, my man, my man. There he is. Hey, what's good, brother?
I've been here for like 8 minutes. I was like, "You hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me?"
I
I
didn't
felt
see
like
you.
speaking to my brain was like, "Are you sleeping?"
I just saw you. The joint showed up like 3 minutes ago, like at
Oh,
10:01, and then and
you
yes,
saw that I was there, but you couldn't. Nothing was happening.
no, it didn't show you at all backstage.
Oh,
That's
hey,
for sure.
whatever.
But we here.
But we here.
But we had just got a couple things I'm gonna say to the crowd real quick. Um,
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
the weather was cold, the pitching was cold, and the bats were cold.
Yep.
Right? Like we didn't get a. I'm not blaming Jack Frost for how we played. Um, there are a bunch of things that teams fresh out of spring training should not be doing, but at the same time, you know, we'll share this microphone and talk about some of the stuff that we saw and discuss it with the chat. We're glad y'all here with us. Just want to
Yep.
say that today was a disappointing loss for a number of reasons. But before I get into why I'm disappointed, I want to say, man, welcome in national recording artist Jay the Chosen One, the homie, man, diehard Mets fan, brilliant sports mind, um, super, super duper 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 um, sharp guy. Y'all know who he is. I don't even have to do no introduction. But Jay, what's good, brother?
Chilling. Appreciate all the great words and all the great accolades
Well,
that
no
you
lies were
threw at
detected.
me, but
No lies detected. No lies
no
detected.
lies detected. You know what? Out of humility, I'm going to agree with you. But out of humility, I'm going to say thank you, of course. And yeah, it's a rough day. You know, even though the introduction was by far better than any part of the rest of the day. And okay,
right, right, right.
and I think, and we'll get into a few things, like you said, 35 minutes of why, but it most definitely starts in my mind with the fact that um, out of the entire, we have an incredible pitching staff. We have an incredible pitching staff. Everybody, all Mets fans, all baseball fans, be alerted. The New York Mets have a top 5 starting unit and a top 10 pitching unit, maybe less than 10 altogether.
Fab Five, bro.
Right.
Fab
There's
Five.
one, right. So there's a question mark in everything, right? Like you could go to the Knicks and say they have a top 5 offense and defense, but there's still question marks.
Yeah, there gonna be question marks.
One of the question marks on our team, unfortunately, who still made the All-Star team last year, is the lefty named David Peterson. Another lefty named Sean Manaea. I think the latter for the conversation is less important because the David Peterson is penciled in as our second starter because we need to break up the right, left, right. Not because he is better than Senga or better than Holmes or better than McLean.
Right.
Truly, he should be the fifth one, if at all, in the lineup. But that's why they did it.
Yeah.
If you remember, he had a great first half last year, went to his first All-Star game, and immediately following pooped the bed and has, like, somebody needs to get that man the opposite of stool softener because he has not stopped pooping the bed.
Right. Yeah.
And it's ironic because not all of it's his fault.
You have a gift for triggering a conversation. But I noticed that the last 3 times we were earlier today when we was on Nick's freestyle, I kind of noticed.
What's that?
I kind of noticed it. I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you about it away from here. Like, what's most important is the New York Mets talk. I'll talk to you about the triggering the conversation part. We'll talk about that some other time.
No,
right. But I know
I like to do it. I don't like to be triggered, but I like to do it anyway.
No, but it's an eloquent trigger. It's just not like it's like a way to make people think about more than one thing at a time. At the same time, like trying to stay focused.
Right,
for the conversation, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, I'm always going to be, this is the most important part of it, right here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always going to be the most important part. I would show the shirt, but the shirt is a little different.
Yeah.
Common sense is like deodorant. The people that need it the most don't use it.
Right.
Yeah. So I think JJ Sloop, we're gonna have a lot of differences, and I think not you and I necessarily, but maybe some of the people in the chat, maybe some people in the replay gang, whatever it might be. But I think that there's a lot of issues. Some things that happened today, I'm going to say this is going to sound nuts, weren't all his fault.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely started off, they definitely started off with incredible small ball playing.
Right.
Their bunting, were perfect. Their bunts were perfect. And Keith Hernandez or Gary Cohen specifically said that we practiced for a half hour in the cage on bunting. Why would you do that in front of a team?
Right.
Nolan Arianda played the entire game, pushed all the way forward. Okay? And they pulled it off, and we didn't pull it off. Number 2, our defense. Ooh. Well, once was Vientos, once was Swaggy, turned back to Mark.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because and you know what? I like to be in the moment. It's one game. But is it one game? Because now it's been a couple games where he hasn't hit. But his defense was better.
Yeah.
Today you drop a couple, even one right next to you, the guy throws it to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's just how that was the theme of the game, like one thing after another. And there are people looking to insta replace people all the time. I'm one of them. You know, depending on who it is and what it is, I'm one of them.
Right.
And that's not always the way to go. You know, I will say that that as a Mets fan, it's hard to watch who I consider the captain of this team struggle every April. However, he has 2 triples. He's hitting the ball very hard, but he's making some weird mistakes in the field. So no matter what, there's an April issue.
He's off to his annual Lindor, the annual Lindor.
Right. Annual April.
Questioning his defense, and even though we know he's elite, there's some shaky moments. You're taking strikes, swinging at balls. Yo, it's like, man, all right, okay. So, listen, I understand the Mets are not perfect. No team is perfect unless you're a billionaire franchise like the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers are always going to be perfect, man. The Mets are not perfect, right? We're not a billionaire franchise. We have billionaire money, but we don't operate on a billion. Like the Mets don't have a Shohei Ohtani, right? Like a guy that's Babe Ruth. He's gonna go sit. Like he's a better pitcher than anybody that we have, and he's a better hitter than anybody that we have.
Well, I'm going to disagree on one thing. Not a better pitcher than anybody we have. He's a great pitcher. I really believe that we have a couple of pitchers that are better than him. He is great. He is top notch. He's definitely a better pitcher than Peterson.
He hadn't given up an earned run in his last 2 starts.
Yeah, he had 2 strikeouts. Yeah, but yes, I'm not gonna. But it's neither here nor there. How many other people are pitching 7 innings and hitting 50 home runs? I get it. I get it.
That was the grand point that I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's the point. I get the point.
That's the point I'm getting at.
Yep. Yep.
But my frustration, here's my frustration, right? When your leadoff hitter is struggling to get on base.
Yep.
Right. Like when he's struggling to get on, because I think Lindor's on base percentage is not terrible, and it's because
he walks well.
Because he walks, right? But man, what are we doing? It's so disheartening, man, to see you're not. Because here's the thing: the reason why Benj can be in your lineup is because you depend on Lindor to be Lindor. But when Lindor and Benj have the same batting average, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Right? When conversations start with, man, this Alvarez and Swaggy thing might be real, bro, we have questions. We have questions. Now, mind you, before today's game, we won 4 in a row, right? So we won 4 in a row, and then we lost today. So we won 4 out of our last 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we're still looking good. It could have just been the Peterson, the win, the errors, the
Peterson.
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Peterson is off.
He is. If we want to win this year, I'm going to go ahead and say this. he cannot be in our rotation.
Especially not looking like this.
No. If
Because
Peterson's going to be anywhere, Manaea, even though he pitched, I got to give props to Manaea. Manaea pitched, even though it was way down miles per hour and the whole thing. He's always been a slow starter. Always. Even though he's way down, he pitched a decent game. But I'd rather see Peterson in that position. A guy who could throw 5 for you out of the bullpen, like Manaea could. I'd rather that be Peterson.
bro,
But I don't think you could get off of that contract with Manaea.
no. But here's the thing about Peterson. And JJ, I don't know if you've ever heard this as a baseball term or not. The thing with David Peterson is, I believe he's tipping pitches. I believe he's doing something. I think the batter sees something with Peterson before the pitch is thrown.
It's called, right? Here comes a fastball over the plate.
Yeah. Here comes a meatball, right? Yeah. So that's my thing. I think he's tipping pitches, right? Because I saw pitch execution today. Clearly, he was trying to get the ball down, right? Because he had the ball up in San Francisco, right? Clearly, his intent was to keep the. You remember what we talked about yesterday? Out of the middle of the plate, on the corners and down, right? Yeah. That's the key to him being successful, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, he had a different game plan today, but it didn't matter. They were on it. It was just like pitching machine, bro. I think he might be now. Mind you, I'm not a conspiracy theorist when it comes to baseball, right? I believe cheating goes on in every sport.
Are you a conspiracy theorist in general, though?
Yeah, I don't believe dinosaurs ever existed.
I don't. What do you say?
I don't believe dinosaurs ever existed.
Okay, that's funny. I believe they existed, but I think maybe only 2,000 years ago.
I could co-sign that.
Could you swing with that? If they existed, it wasn't 3 billion years ago. It was 2,000, about 2,000 years, maybe 3,000 years. That's tops.
Yeah.
But I hear you though. That's possible. What you just said is possible.
So
that's funny. That's funny.
Here's the thing though with tipping pitches. The tipping pitches thing can ruin your career, because if you're tipping pitches and don't know it, it can ruin a pitcher's confidence. Because you're like, how did they know I'm throwing fastball here? And then you start talking to the catcher, like, yo, how's he on my fastball? Catcher's like, well, maybe your fastball's not really that fast. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it doesn't have the requisite movement it needs to elude bats.
It's funny you said that. When they first came up, him and who's our guy? That we always forget, that's still on the team that's injured. I think he's got a brother in the league.
Really?
No, my book's fantastic.
Not Lugo, the other one.
Trevor. Yeah, the other one. That we know. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Anyway, when they both started together, and that was the talk that they were giving away the pitches. So
tipping pitches.
Yeah, tipping pitches.
Like holding your glove like
right.
this on fastballs, and then holding your glove like this on curveballs. Right? You're like this on a curveball and like this on a fastball. Right? And it looks like subtle differences, right? But if Jay saw me do this, he knows the fastball is coming.
Right? And I prepared differently.
Yep. And you see me do this, you know the curveball is coming. Right? So
Right.
it's like it could be something as simple as that he don't recognize, right? It could be something about his pitch sequencing, but I don't think it's that. I just think hitters are on Peterson, bro. They're on him. And I don't mean on a pitcher like how veteran hitters were on Jonah Tom, a young pitcher. Like
Yeah.
not like how you work a predictable count and you know he got to throw a fastball here and then he throws a fastball and then you do
And
something with
boy,
it.
were they on time.
Yeah,
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 definitely.
yeah. I'm saying that they're on this guy. Like no matter what you do, he's up here like this, he's up here like this, and they know what's coming, and they're like fastball, 92 miles per hour, outside corner. They know it's coming.
Right. And not only that, but that's the talk in their bullpen, in their dugout.
In the dugout, yeah.
Don't forget when you go up there, this is exactly what's going to happen.
He does this.
Right. Right.
You know
The
what I'm saying?
mile per hour thing, and
Yeah.
you know they're having like 20-minute talks in the on deck circle, like like,
Yeah.
and this happened, and right. So yeah, I totally get it. That's why there's two that you have 3 levels, or you have way more than that, but like of starters. The fantastic starter that holds the ball in their mitt, changes the position of what they want on the seams in the mitt, right? And which Peterson could do, every pitcher could do.
Yeah.
But what happens is once they come out of the glove, their hands are already exposed to what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Great pitchers will do that and then start from behind them.
Yeah.
That way, by the time they come towards the person, that hand doesn't matter anymore because it's already turned the way it needs to be.
Yeah. And those fraction of a seconds matter to the pitcher and the batter.
No doubt about it. A quarter of a second matters. So just and they, what do they say? It's football too, but most every sport, it's a game of inches. In this pitching, it's a game. It's a game of like centimeters sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he's. You also could chalk up the fact that maybe he is feeling last year's second half still. We don't know what he feels. He hasn't said anything about. I haven't heard an interview about to him about. Hey, he had a great first half, but he had a second half that sucked. So I don't know where he is in between. The ears are always big. And then he also, because we needed that, I think it was smart of them, but now I'm starting to think it was dumb to bring Peterson to the second hole because they said, we got to break it up. Lefty, righty, righty, lefty, righty, righty, righty. Right. I think at this point, they could have easily just did Sanger in the 2, McLean in the 3, Holmes in the 4, Peterson in the 5. Because Peterson in the 5 does something different. Peterson in the 5 pitches against the 5.
Yeah.
And even though Nelson is not a good pitcher, he's still better than Peterson. So anybody Peterson's going to face is going to be better than him because they're going to be the 2.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake, and I hope they fix that.
Yeah. I would also say, because in terms of that's a Mendoza strategic play. I'm sure they're going to fix that in terms of David.
Yeah, I agree.
when you're
Okay.
tipping pitches, like for instance, there was a time, and I don't know if y'all remember when the Arizona Diamondbacks wore those ugly black and purple uniforms
Oh,
with the vests, and they had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling as their
Luis
coach.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez got the game-winning hit off of Mariano for the.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
When they wore those ugly uniforms,
Those are pajamas.
pajamas basically. But Randy Johnson's ERA ballooned to like 2.5 something. And people were wondering if Randy Johnson was washed up. They were like, the
I
big
remember that. I remember that. Yes.
2.5 something.
Yeah.
And they asked, I can't remember who the pitcher was. I'm just gonna say Kurt Schilling because it makes the story sound better. Right. They asked Kurt Schilling, hey, is Big Unit tipping his pitches? He was like, so what? if he's tipping it, if he told you what pitch he was throwing, you still can't hit it, right?
Yeah.
That's Randy Johnson. He's Hall of Fame, right? Randy Johnson. 3 weeks later, Randy Johnson throws a perfect game, right?
Yep.
David Peterson is a guy where he's not like that, bro.
No.
He's not a guy that can tip pitches, and bro. Legitimately, I can almost bet if you give me and Jay the Chosen One 7 to 8 days in a batting cage, we can hit 92 consistently. Off the street.
No doubt about it.
Off the street, 92
off the street. Wearing what we're wearing right now, walking into the cage.
Beef and broccoli Tim's on right now in the batting cage.
Right now. Slippers and all. I'm telling you. The whole thing. Yep. Yeah. I'm with it. I believe it.
But you notice the difference is when velocity jumps to 95. Now dudes off the street can't get in that cage. Right?
No.
They can't hit 95. And then when you jump to 98, like now you're talking about Major League Baseball hitters that hit in the cage every day can't hit 98. And then you jump to 100 and it's like
never. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. It makes total sense. You know, I think that the gig is up for the. I don't know how long you allow this to go on, because this is not just a Peterson issue, right? We're not running the way we were running. Roberts became a patient hitter to the point where he watched 3 straight fastballs, 94 down the middle, not even 95, 94 down the middle after going up 3-0, and doesn't swing because he wants to be more patient. That is not a good thing. You're watching a man that I really believe in the next few days, if not a couple weeks, is also going to be sent down. And one of the worst things that could happen to him was getting on base a couple times and hitting a home run on his first game on opening day. Because now he thinks he can do it every time.
He texted Jay the Chosen One like, bro, you said this was going to be hard, bro. This is easy.
What? This is wrong. Exactly. And then, you want to get Vientos get ups here, and then there's a couple people who love him, and he's swaggy to them, like my brother and my co-host loves him and all that, and I'm not saying I don't either. I just believe that Beatty has better hands, and he has a more hitter's swing rather than a slugger swing, right? Yeah. And I think Vientos overthinks, and then he drops a couple And then he's so. I'm gonna tell you that move today. People liked it. I didn't like it. The one after he drops a easy pop fly, and then he catches it and he goes to the crowd. Right?
Yeah.
To me, in my mind, what he was doing there is he was showing, some people say, hey, not a big deal. He was being funny. He was being part of the crowd. Yeah, that's part of it. But it's also like his way of saying, listen, mother flowers, do you think I forgot how to play baseball? Yo, I'm so sick and tired of this crap. I don't get to play. Now then put me at first. I was supposed to play third. I dropped the ball so effing what? And now I caught one. Great. And he does this move. And to me, it was like an in-between of those things. Right? Like, I'm a baseball player. I'm supposed to catch it. I get it. You think you think that I think, yeah, I think that a part of him, if the story is told by somebody else, he is making the crowd laugh. If you tell it by someone else, he definitely is kind of like giving the crowd the finger in a way. No doubt about it. What do you think? I can't catch pop flies because I dropped one? So for me, I'm going to choose to see it as a young man who is probably ticked off that he lost his job again. And then he came back and he started to hit. And now it's a couple days straight he's not hitting again.
Right.
And then he drops. And then he is scooping everything at first base, even though I think our best first baseman is Jared Young. He is scooping everything at first base, and now he's dropping pop flies and he's not hitting. He's frustrated. He's human. He was frustrated.
Yeah.
So when he did that back to them, it was a mix. It was a mix of, I know that in the heat of we're all emotional creatures. I know one very well that like the moment somebody gets a home run, that person will go, oh my God, this whole team effing sucks. I can't believe this pitcher is doing that, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And then 5 minutes later, he understands that that's not really what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But with Peterson, I believe he's right on point with Peterson. With Vientos, I promise you that today, a lot of people liked that he was getting booed.
Right.
And if you like that your team is being booed, someone on your team is being booed, then you don't want that guy on your team.
I think we should be booing.
And I think it's all out of emotions, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because we're so emotional about this.
I think we should be booing Lindor right now, bro. I think we should be booing Lindor. And it's not that I don't like Lindor. I like Lindor.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're a conspiracy theorist and you watch Jeff McNeil get traded in the offseason and you watch Brandon Nimmo get traded and you saw Pete Alonso walk out the door and not get re-signed, one could assume that they wanted to make this Francisco Lindor's team or Juan Soto's team. But if that's the case, bro, then why is this always a thing? My thing is the slow start doesn't bother me because I know for about 3 or 4 I know May, June, July, August, he's probably going to be a top 2 player in the National League. Right? I know that.
How about May through October in 24, he was carrying that squad.
Right. So
So
yes, I don't question that part, right?
yeah,
The part that I question every year is why we lose these games to these teams that shouldn't even have major league uniforms.
yeah, that
And
don't
then,
even look like major league uniform.
but yeah, agreed. Arizona,
Right.
Diamondbacks, what are y'all doing? But then come September 20th, we're like biting our fingernails and pulling out our hair because maybe we're a game up on Arizona or a game behind Cincinnati, and now we got to call up a young pitcher, Jack, whatever his name is, to pitch a crucial game 3 in Cincinnati to, you know what I'm saying, when we could have just won that game in April.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When
I
this
don't
game,
think he practices off season. He's a very family dude. I think he doesn't get into the groove until he gets there.
I think that
I believe that.
I thought I agree with you on that. I think I never thought about it like that, and I'll give you credit for that. That never dawned my mind. That never
Yeah,
crossed my mind. So yeah, I appreciate that thought. What I
yeah, no
think though,
doubt. It's the second time I've said it out loud. I said it one time and people were debating it, and I didn't care about it. But at the time, I really think he doesn't. He hops in when he wants to hop in, and then he gets to work.
talented man, people with talent can do stuff,
And
right? I think he rushed back from that hand injury, right?
right,
Remember when they said, "Is he going to be ready for the start of the season?" You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Maybe he missed the first series or two or whatever the time frame was, and then
right,
all of a sudden he's back in spring training.
right.
You're like, wait a minute, bro. You're like back 3 weeks ahead of schedule. You're supposed to be back after the season started. Like we thought Mauricio and Simeon were going to start the season up the middle.
Right, exactly,
And then,
exactly.
and then all of a sudden he's back, but you can tell he missed a bunch of spring training because because a Lindor struggle is okay. Lindor is batting 200, right?
Yep.
Bro, this year he's batting like 0.98 or something, or 0.111 or something crazy. This is even beyond what he struggles with. you know?
Yeah. I know a few things happened to him in the off season regarding his family. Not bad.
Yeah.
And I think that you look. I'm gonna tell you why he doesn't get booed. He doesn't get booed because even though he's not hitting, he takes walks.
Yeah.
Even though, and he could steal, and even though he's not hitting, he generally plays Gold Glove shortstop,
Yeah.
and he's playing well in the field, and he's hustling, and he's smiling, and he's a big part of that positive movement that people want to feel.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, are either they are or they're not. Very few are in between. For me, I feel like I'm in between. I could easily go to, well, this sucks, and lose it a little bit. But for the most part, knowing that our team is just won X amount in a row and then lost a Peterson game that Mania actually pitched really well in.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of errors. I mean, we legitimately had a Gold Glove shortstop not get one, and a Gold Glove center fielder have it in his mitt, a regular he ran
Yeah.
through it, and it just
Man,
dropped it out.
on the Luis Robert one though, bro,
Yeah,
that man ran 150 feet, bro. That man
right.
legit sprinted 150 feet and then got to the ball. Should
Yep.
he have caught it? Yes. But the official
1,000%.
scorer scored it a double for a reason. right? He scored the double is because off the crack of the bat, that man ran 150 feet into
Yep.
the deepest part of the park to put a glove on it.
Yeah.
Like most
It was in the webbing. It was in it didn't hit the tip, didn't hit the wrist. It was in the glove.
in the glove on the run in
Yeah.
the webbing and it hit and it bounced out, right?
I think he tried to close it too quick.
I'm not on him that bad, man, because most center fielders are not even gonna put a glove on that ball.
I think my point is like it was that type of day.
Yeah,
Not that he dropped it, but that that Mark Vientos dropped it. That
bad.
Robert dropped it. That they had one that went in between. There was a play that Beatty should have actually caught it, or not Beatty. Who was playing first at that time?
Vientos.
Vientos should have caught it, but Peterson couldn't keep himself out of the way of them.
Yeah.
And it dropped at the toes of Alvarez, making it look like it was Alvarez's fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, anybody that knows baseball knows pop fly in the infield. On the right side, it's first base. On the left side, it's shortstop.
Right.
Don't touch it.
Right. Your two most sure-handed people. Right.
Right.
The two most sure-handed infielders, first base and shortstop.
That's it.
They're calling off everybody.
Everybody. Right? And he's standing. Look, here's the fridge. This fridge represents this right here. That's Vientos. He's here.
Yeah.
I think it distracted him. And then what happened is Vientos gets the boost. And then he does the show up the fan thing.
Yeah.
He's been in the midst of trade talks and send downs and all sorts of things. Then he started the year on the bench. Didn't play for the first, 5 games?
Bro, the Mets love him, bro.
I know they love him, but that's why he's still here.
Yeah, because they could have easily put him in a trade instead of Acuna or Jet Williams.
They could package him.
Yeah, they could have put him in a trade for Luis Robert. We already knew since last year the White Sox were interested.
That's what that 1 for 1.
Yeah, yep. And the Chicago Cubs were interested in Pete Alonso. Remember they were calling him the polar bear? Remember they said, "Oh man, a polar bear."
Right.
It's meant to be in Chicago. Polar.
Yeah.
But
so you know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
So just really quick, man. In terms of 162 game marathon, you're gonna have games like this. Great teams usually have a Derek Jeter, Mark Teixeira, A-Rod, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Dale Murphy, Keith Hernandez type player that'll get them out of the program. Yeah, a guy of great Tony Gwynn, somebody like that that'll get them out of a weird feeling. Our player's name is Lindor, but this is the wrong time of year because he's also struggling.
Especially when you don't have the
Soto in your lineup.
Soto and another power bat.
Yeah.
You lose your 40 home run hitter, and now your other 40 home run hitter is on the IR.
Right.
It's not a good time to do it.
Yeah.
But Polanco's hitting the ball hard. Bo is getting a hit a game, but not when it counts.
Right. So I'm going to say this. It's going to sound weird. It's going to sound weird.
For Nick Kurtz and Jeff Springs. All right.
You think they would take Mark Vientos for that?
Definitely. Okay. If you package him.
Right. If you package them, that's the only way, bro.
Yeah, you got to package them.
But I'll say this: the Mets have, in Major League Baseball, the Mets have the 7th best defense by percentage in Major League Baseball right now. And though
7?
it looks, yeah, out of 30
At one
teams,
point, it was 3. Yeah.
bro. Yeah, bro. So what I'm saying to you is this, like, you know, they like these things look. I think they only look bad because the Mets have the 2nd best pitching in Major League. I think it's Major League Baseball right now. They're 2nd. I'll double
Yeah.
check before I say that. Let me go back here. And
Well,
all Major League
I know that Senga and
third. They're 3rd behind the Yankees and Braves. I'm sorry,
the 3rd
3rd behind the Yankees and Braves
right now
in pitching at the moment.
in pitching.
Yeah. Now David
And that was
Peterson.
probably different before today.
Yeah. Once they update it, but it'll still be. Peterson only gave up 5 runs. It's not like he gave up 14 runs.
Yeah, but not all of them were earned runs, so that won't go against the
Earned run average.
But of him or the team.
The team, right? Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
lot of goofy play today. I don't know. It was so weird. I really felt like we were gonna. I'm telling you right now, Arizona, the only person who was hitting on Arizona up until today was one guy that I wanted. That was Carroll. Only person to be hitting. Not even the other guy I want, Del Marte, is hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And the Mets made them look like Arizona 2001.
Bro, those Arizonas be hitting. Long as they stay $1, bro. I love Arizona.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yo, but that's for the you gotta if you know that's a if you know thing with the Arizona.
Yeah. I definitely I love him for many reasons, but mostly Luis Gonzalez. But yeah, that was I think today was like just like a goofy doofus, like what the hell's going on? And if they were, then he messed it up even more. But there were definitely. My point is, let's say all the runs were earned runs from him. He still wasn't the only one.
Yeah, all of them were earned. Yeah,
like
all of them were earned. Him and Manaea
out there. But I don't think they're gonna fix. They have to fix the rotation so the rotation looks like this. In my opinion, it should be Senga 1, Peralta 2.
What? Wait a minute. JJ.
Yep.
JJ. All the shows we did up leading to the start of the season, bro. I was like, Kodai Senga. I mentioned 3 pitchers.
Yeah, 2 you wanted them.
Yep. Kodai Senga, Jonah Tom, Christian Scott. All 3 I felt like we're gonna have phenomenal seasons. My only thing with Kodai Senga is it's gonna look this good until he gets hurt. Right? Once he gets hurt with something, and he's one of those pitchers. He's one of. Oh, I was great comparing to Jeremy Lin. That was gonna sound racist. Yo.
I'm knocking on anything wood right now. JJ, knock on wood, JJ. Yo, everybody in the chat, knock on wood, yo. Everybody in the chat, knock on wood, yo. He ain't getting hurt. No more hurt.
No more. I was going to say something, bro. I was going to compare him to to Jeremy Lin in that some players have to be 100% to be their best. Like they can't be 94% or
Yep.
they're not at their, they can't perform.
Right.
Right. They
And
can't
some
be
people could be 75% and still push through and make it look like they had 100 in the gas tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Some people live at 75%.
Oh yeah.
Right? That's life.
Right.
But Kodai Senga is one that has to be at 100%.
Right.
In order for his pitches to have the tilt that he wants, for the velocity to jump like he wants it to. And there's nothing wrong with that if everybody understands that if Senga is not 100%, you're not going to get Cy Young conversation Kodai Senga.
I got a question for you. How much longer do you give Carson Ben? Knowing two things. Soto's not here. You need players. He's got a strong arm. And he can play the outfield. But he's one for the 25.
Oh, he got a hit in the ninth inning, bro.
He got a hit. Oh, did he get a hit at the end of the game?
He got a hit at the end of the game.
Okay. Yeah. 2 for 26. And
that's still not impressive, bro.
Not at all impressive. Though I will say that he hit one yesterday or the day before, the wind knocked down and the guy slid and caught. I think it was yesterday when we got on real quick.
He did that today too, though. He did that today too. Same guy did the same thing to him.
The guy robbed him. It was the, and if he didn't hit it so high, because I think he's trying to take everything out of the park now that he hit it on opening day. I think Benja's best bet is level swinging. Listen, young man, get yourself 15 home runs for 40 doubles. That's what I want. You don't have to get 40 doubles and 15 and 40 home runs and 15 doubles. I don't want to see that.
Bro, what's the point of being fast if you're never on base?
Yeah. Remember when in the beginning when he was taking walks and doing things, I was like, you know what? Let's move him to first, push back Lindor, so we have more meat in the middle to.
Oh, you mean to lead off? You mean to lead off, not first?
Right? Yeah, because I wanted to be stronger in the middle.
Okay.
And but I'm gonna tell you, I feel we're okay. We're about to play the team that I want to rob the most after this, which was the Athletics. Nick Kurtz. But I'll tell you what, they got a lefty on their team named Spring. I want you to look him up when you get a chance. The Athletics are doing terrible. He is definitely gettable. And he has I believe a 2.8 ERA. And he's lefty.
Okay.
So take a peek. And when you do, where the hell? And also let's remember, what game are we on? Are we at 10 yet?
Game 12. Game 12 tomorrow.
12. And our record?
7-5. So we're at game 13.
Right.
We're 7-5.
Yeah.
I think we're 7-5.
I hope we make the wild card. I mean, come on already. That was a joke. That was like me throwing my hands up with Vientos. Like, it's 12 games. It's 12 games. I don't know. I'm a little different than everybody. Like, I cannot allow myself to get overly emotional on, and this is not towards anybody. I know a lot of people. I know somebody here who's going to think I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to them. I know a lot of people who feel that way. Yeah. And I used to feel that way, but then when I realized how long baseball is,
right?
I mean, I hate to bring this up, but 2007.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that hurts really bad, but by all respect, we should have won that. There's no way zero. I think the percentage was like 1.7, or it was wild.
yeah.
So the point is, they're making moves and pulling strings that I like. I like the young kid, and I want to end with this. If they or not end with this, but I want to add with this. If you want to end with this, up to you. I'm gonna say this. If we have Morabito, MJ Melendez, who are crushing the ball in the spring, Young, who's crushing now, and a problem with our one starter. Because besides that one starter, we're third in baseball in starting pitch.
Yeah. As of today, the number said that, everybody.
Right. I mean, it might be 5 tomorrow, might be 4 tomorrow, whatever. We're top 5. So I liked both of those guys, by the way, that I just named. I think you also did, if I remember correctly.
Which ones?
Morabito.
I love
And
Morabito.
I love him. And the way MJ Melendez was playing from the Royals, picked up for $1 million.
He's a face in the mall to me, bro. MJ Melendez is bro. We got 1,000 guys. Like I would rather Ronnie Mauricio play than MJ Melendez, bro. Because at least with Mauricio, there is some promise there if you can unlock it. With Melendez, he's a former catcher that can't catch, right? And a power hitter that can't hit. And so you're like, if you put all that together, you got Johnny Bench.
Right, but the fact that listen, that's true, right? But he was knocking the wheels off the ball in the spring, and if you're going to give somebody a shot, Jeremy Lin, and he comes in and he at least holds a fort down differently than the guys you're giving a shot to now.
Yeah.
You know, how long are you going to rest your laurels on Young and others, bench 2 for 26 out in the outfield when you have other people to do so?
I'm not resting on them, bro.
Right. So
that's my thing. You asked me the question.
Morabito, you like Morabito?
No, you asked me about Benj, and I never answered. Right.
Oh, good. What's the answer?
So my thing about, because you remember you asked me about him hitting.
Yeah, how much longer does he have before you?
I would have sent him down yesterday.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd put him on a thing because the thing I see in his swing is something that you're not going to be able to correct at the major league level. Keith said it, and I've been feeling the same way.
Slow and long.
Swing is too long.
Yep.
Right. And if Mark Vientos frustrates you with a long swing, right, then Carson Benj is going to frustrate you with the same issue.
Yep.
Right. Instead of my guy shortening up his swing until he understands, pitchers and how they're going to pitch him, he's taking his ace swing on every pitch. Bro, you can't stay in the majors like that, bro.
No, you can't.
You don't even, not only do you not know major league pitching, you hadn't even played every team yet. You don't know how they're going to pitch you yet. Like they know you have a long swing. They're going to show you one fastball off the outside corner that you may take, and everything else is going to be changeups because they know you don't have your timing right.
Yep. That's a
Bro,
fact. They're all facts. What you're saying is all facts.
yeah, he's
That's
got
why
to
I'm
short up
saying
that
to you
swing.
that I would have did the same thing. If not yesterday, then definitely after today.
Yep, you got to short up that swing, bro.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta learn that.
94, just real quick, 94 in the minors is 94 at the majors, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is about 94 in the minors and 94 in the majors is in the majors, these dudes are locating and these dudes have movement on their fastball, bro.
Right. They're not just throwing, they're just not just
Yeah.
thinking, they're doing both.
These dudes are dotting. Like these dudes will throw that 94 on the outside corner and have you looking, bro.
Yep.
There's a difference. And bro, man, listen. But the thing with Benj, and I'm a fan of Benj. I'm looking at his in the outfield. In the outfield, he's a gem. I think he's been our best defender so far this year. Right? That's how
Robert or Ben?
Benj. I think Benj has been our best defender this year,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
And
I think
like
it's Robert, but I don't think it's that much of a difference.
I say Benj because Benj has played all three outfield positions already.
I respect it. That's why I like Beatty.
Yeah.
No, I can see that,
Yeah.
and I could agree with that.
My thing with Benj, bro, is I understand there's some pop in your bat, but none of us believe you have 40 home run pop in that bat. We feel
No,
like you may have at a max, you may have 30 home run pop in that bat. But bro, if you're gonna get 660 at bats, right? If you're gonna face 5 pitches every at bat, right? If you're talking about over 3,000 pitches, bro, you
yep.
can't take that home run swing 3,000 times in a major league.
And at the first pitch every time. No.
Yeah, you're not.
You're
Juan
not even
Soto
working the
don't even
count.
take. Yeah, man. Juan Soto don't even take his home run swing at every pitch, bro.
No, actually, Juan Soto, if you remember the beginning of the year, I'm trying to look at this. Well, if you remember the beginning of this year before he got hurt, that's why they don't boo Lindor. Him and Lindor were taking 10, 12 pitches per at bat.
Bro, you feel me?
Yeah, like you just wore the guy out. You literally just made him pitch 2.5 innings on your first 2 batters.
Yeah.
2.5 innings on your first 2 batters, and that is exactly.
But Carson Benj is swinging like Tiger Woods, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
like Carson Benj, calm down, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like, come on, man. I know you got that home run. The wind. I don't want to ruin his home run, but the wind was blowing out to right field that day.
Right.
Did he deserve it? Yes, he hit a home run.
It looks like a 700-foot home run in the book, though.
Right. In the book, it sure does. It's a HR in the book anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. So listen, I don't think I want to answer this now because I want to think about it. Would you consider sending him down? Because my thing about certain things is, and it depends on who it is, of course. If there's a beast, let's say there's a Nick Kurtz. He's 24 years old. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's got 3 years in the league. Every year hits 30 home runs. Plays a great first base. You put him right at your 4th hole. He's the same age as the guy who's struggling. You put him in that trade.
No.
Okay. I do. Only because I know I'm into what I've seen already, what I know already.
Okay.
I don't know what Benj is going to be. I know he's not going to be what he is right now forever, but I don't know what he's going to be, period. I do know what this kid's going to be.
The Mets have this guy named Ryan Clifford, right?
Right.
And the thing about the Kurtz guy is a long time ago, he used to be Ryan Clifford, right?
Yeah.
Now, Oakland could have traded Kurtz
Yeah.
for for Matt Olson,
Yep.
right? They're from the Braves. Like, hey, man, Matt Olson, great defense at first,
Yeah, they
man.
got rid of Olson, Chapman. Remember, everybody was there. Everybody.
Yeah, they could have did that, right? But they're like, nah, we're just gonna save our guy, let him get at bats, bring him up slow, no pressure, and I think that's what we should do with Clifford. I don't think the first baseman of the future.
Clifford, or you took it? Oh, okay, because of first base. I understand.
Yeah, I think the first baseman of the future is not on the roster right now.
But
Right.
he's on the team.
But he's in the organization, right?
Gotcha.
And here's my thing with
But he also plays outfield.
Yeah, left field, right.
So that's what I'm saying.
My thing with Benj is I would send him down, and I'm not even thinking about him coming back up unless he's batting 380, 400, because there's a world where I could bring him and AJ Ewing up at the same time. There's a universe out there where I can let those two play together every day, and
they come up on the same plane, the same bus, like
September 1st.
And
September 1st, you and I be buying those black Ewing number 33 jerseys.
Oh, it definitely black, no doubt.
Yeah.
The black drip. I love the black. Oh my god!
But here's the question: who plays right field every day?
Yeah,
Brett Beatty.
And I hear you on that. And I think that if you can't call up a Ewing before you call him up, because then that deters him as well.
Yeah. And it's not a thing where I don't like Benj. I don't like his approach at the plate. I told you this when the season started, right? Yeah. I don't like his approach at the plate. I don't like his pitch recognition. Remember we talked about pitch recognition?
Yeah, we did.
In the Pirate series, I was like, bro, his pitch recognition is off. He's taking his ace swing on every pitch.
The craziest thing is it was the first game. He looked, I'm not joking, he looked like he'd been playing for years.
Yeah.
The moment that next game came, you've been seeing the same thing every day.
Yeah. He left his cleat at the ball, and Prince Charming was like he turned back into another person. Right.
Now everybody's running around to find his foot with the cleat. Like,
like
you? Are you a size 10.5? Why?
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's all I got, man. And then my voice trying to go too bad. Godly. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Either way, let's go Mets. All right, let's go Mets. We'll be just fine. Don't forget.
What time is the game tomorrow? Is it a 4:00 game tomorrow too?
It's a 7 o'clock. Is that 2 4 o'clock in a row?
Yeah. They moved the games up because
7 o'clock tomorrow. 7:05, and we will be seeing a McLean game.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. By the way, a McLean versus their third pitcher. Nice. That's why we got to get Senga and move changed and all that quickly.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow, Knicks and Celtics also.
What time is that?
Probably
the same time, right?
Probably the same time. So for just real quick, everybody, for all of the Giants fans out there, pay Dexter Lawrence, bro.
Say what?
What's y'all D tackle name?
Dexter Lawrence.
Pay that man, bro. Stop. What are we?
Yeah, listen, I'm a Giant fanatic.
Pay
Whatever they're talking about, it's only for him to get paid. 2 years ago, he had, 11 sacks or some crap like that? No way you do that. He had one off year. Nah, no thanks. He ain't going nowhere, not in my eyes.
Pay that man, bro. Yeah, pay that man to get over. Hey, y'all, thank you everybody for coming through, rocking. We're gonna get out of here, man. It's been a long day. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all do what Jay Chosen One say. Get your lineups ready so we can talk about them this weekend, everybody.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, peace,
We'll
y'all.
see you tomorrow night, most likely.
Yeah, peace, everybody.
We got to do